What's up, my fellow reptile enthusiasts? Today I have another quick little product review video for you guys. This is the Zilla brand thermostat that you can use for any kind of heating source for your tanks. I have mine set up. I'm sure you may have seen in the last video. Mine is hooked up to heat tape for a rack system. And as you can see, it's regulating everything very nicely. I have the temperature set to stay at 90, and that's in the back of the tank, the warm end of the tank. And then the top number here is what the temperature probe is actually reading. So it's right in those parameters that I've set. This thing is really easy to use. All you really have to do is you can just hit set here, and then that will allow you to either go up and down where you want it to be, and then just hit set again. The other feature, if you'd rather your temperature be displayed in Celsius, I don't really know why you would necessarily want to do that, but if that is what you want it to show, then you just hold in the set button for just a few seconds, and it'll switch over to Celsius. And then, of course, hold it in again to switch it back to Fahrenheit. So it's really simple to use. There's the plug part of it there. That's the end of my heat tape right there, and it just plugs directly into the thermostat. And normally I would do kind of a follow-up sequence a couple weeks later after using a product, but I've actually had this thermostat for quite a long time now. I've used it for a number of different enclosures, and it still works great. I've never had any issues with it. It works really well at regulating temperature within my enclosure, and I would definitely recommend this, especially for the price point. It's really not very expensive at all. I believe I picked it up at PetSmart when I originally bought it. So if you're just needing a kind of cheap alternative to some of the more expensive thermostat options that are out there, I think this is a really great option for you. And I would totally recommend it. So I'll put a link to it in the description, and you guys can check it out for yourself. The other important component of this thermostat, of course, is the actual temperature probe itself. I thought I should, kind of show you guys that as well. Of course, it comes directly out the bottom of the thermostat, and I have mine actually going up and going in the front of my rack system, and then going underneath the tank. I did it this way because the opening in the back of my rack system is only big enough for the cord for the heat tape. It wasn't big enough to pass any kind of probe through as well. So I just went in through the front, and to kind of hold that temperature probe in place back on the heat tape, I actually just used some tape and taped it down. And I've shown that in a previous video. I can pull up a picture real quick of that so you guys can have that as a reference for this video. It's been working really great with this enclosure. It's worked great with enclosures I've had in the past, and I would totally recommend it if you're looking for a thermostat for your enclosure.